Dzień dobry. Witam niedzielnych fanów przygodówek albo fanów przygodówek w niedzielę. Biegłem, zdążyłem. Proszę nie biec, jeszcze się ktoś wywróci, wybije sobie zęby i potem będą pretensje, płacz. Zanim wrócimy do naszej ulubionej gry przygodowej, to jest Broken Sword 2, kwestie formalne. Przypomnę, że trwa głosowanie na kolejną przygodówkę. Tym razem do wyboru mamy Sanitarium z 98 roku albo kolejną część przygód Texa Murphy'ego, tym razem Pandora Directive z 96 roku. Całkiem różne gry. Ta druga to oczywiście klasyka FMV w prymitywnym 3D. Pierwsza to gra z widokiem jak z Diablo, więc rzadko spotykane rozwiązanie w przygodówkach, ale słyszałem dużo dobrych rzeczy. O jednej i o drugiej zresztą, pierwszego Texa, czy pierwszego nowożytnego Texa Under a Killing Moon mieliśmy już przyjemność ogrywać. Poza kilkoma technicznymi niedociągnięciami to była bardzo fajna, cheesy historia i przygodówka. A my wracamy dzisiaj do Broken Sword 2, jednej z najlepszych w mojej ocenie gier przygodowych, point and click. Przypomnę wam, co wam przypomnę, co było w ostatniej części. W ostatniej części byliśmy w domu profesora Ubie, gdzie musieliśmy ratować się przed pożarem i jadowitym pająkiem. W Paryżu złapaliśmy trop, który zaprowadził nas do Marsylii, a z Marsylii do jakiegoś tropikalnego państewka, chyba wyimaginowanego. Tutaj było wiele wątków i wiele nowych postaci, z którymi mogliśmy porozmawiać, między innymi zaprzyjaźniona amerykańska para turystów, Perełka i Dwayne, tak. A tu jest profesor Ubie, którego szukaliśmy. Broken Sword to takie maski, co? W sensie, każda dobra przygodówka ma egzotyczne lokacje, spisek, czarnych charakter, jakieś kulty w tle, odrobinę szczyptę magii, więc...
Hey, Nico!
Tak. Hej Niko, powiedzcie, czy nie jest za głośno gra, w sensie mogą być dialogi równie głośne co i ja, pod warunkiem, że nie są za głośne. Ja staram się nie mówić, kiedy odgrywane są dialogi, bo sam słucham. Niko, let's go bowling. Tu pamiętam, że tu jest jakaś ta mapa, którą chcielibyśmy obejrzeć. Z generałem już chyba rozmawialiśmy, nie?
Senor. Sorry, I forgot.
Okej, dobra. I profesor Ubie był tutaj w środku i się kłócił chyba z tym dowódcą. To pogadajmy z profesorem Ubie.
Professor Ubie?
Yes? Who are you?
My name is Stobart. George Stobart.
A jak to? Wow, ale mamy do pogadania.
Does the name Karzak mean anything to you?
Yes, I know him. In fact, if it wasn't for Kazak, I
Ale
wouldn't
ten
be
czarny
here.
charakter chyba,
What?
co?
He's financing my expedition.
To jeszcze niczego nie wyklucza.
Tell me about your wife, Professor.
To jest ta,
Please,
którą ponoć zabił.
I don't want to talk about her.
Okej.
Maybe you don't, but I do. Why was she known as the Little Dachshund?
It was just a silly
Little
pet
Dachshund?
name I used to
Mały
call her.
jamniczek?
Somehow some damned reporter found out.
Czyli szkoda, bo zapytalibyśmy jeszcze o ten pistolet, czy ją
What do
zabił.
you know about my girlfriend's abduction?
I don't know what you're talking about.
She was invited to your mansion in Paris.
Not by me, she wasn't. I haven't been home for nearly 7 months.
Have you ever employed a Central American butler or servant?
I've never employed any kind of servant,
Dachshund to
monsieur.
jest jamnik.
Would you like a biscuit?
No, thank you.
To
You should, they're good.
Okej.
I can't get enough of these things. Can you tell me anything about this stone?
Where did you get that?
That's my business.
How much do you want for it?
It's not for sale.
Skoro chcę kupić, to musi być wartościowe.
Can you identify this statue,
Kaszelele.
Professor?
Oh yes. Tezcatlipoca, the Lord of Darkness,
A Central American god, right?
a supreme deity. Tezcatlipoca means literally smoking mirror.
Powiedział
You
tytuł.
see the mirror shield in his left hand? The Mayans believed he could look into the mirror and see into the hearts of men. He was the wind which came howling in the night in search of victims, and victims they gave him by the thousand.
Kiedyś był jakiś film, w którym aktor powiedział tytuł filmu i to nie było cheesy,
The
pasowało.
steps of his temple ran red with the blood of sacrifices. The Mayans have a legend that says he'll return one day. I hope I'm not around to see it.
Miodu z żywymi aktorami jest Pandora Directive, czyli głosujesz na Texa.
Do you see this label?
Yes, it refers to a company named Condor. What of it?
I traced that company here to Quaramonte. Do you know where I can find the offices of Condor Transglobal?
The company no longer exists. They went bankrupt recently.
Kwarków płacił 2 dychy. No, ja też lubię Texa, ale jestem ciekaw obu gier, a Tex nie
I have
ucieknie.
proof that you are directly involved with Condor.
I used them as shippers to transport artifacts to a gallery in Paris. Beyond that, I have no connection with the company, which, as I said, no longer exists.
Do you know anything about this eclipse, Professor?
Of course. It's not the reason I'm here in Quaramonte, but I'm looking forward to seeing it all the same.
What's your interest in the eclipse, Professor?
Oh, it's purely a layman's curiosity. History's my subject, not astronomy. But I've been fascinated by the movements of the heavenly bodies since I was a child.
Nie
I
pamiętam
wouldn't
już,
miss
ale
a total
to
eclipse for the
zaćmienie
world.
jakąś istotną rolę będzie musiało
Does
odegrać
the
w całej
eclipse have
historii.
some special significance for you?
From me? No. For the ancient Mayans, it marked the end of the Fifth Age.
Perhaps we should be celebrating.
Ah, no. The end of each age heralds destruction on a global scale. The fifth is the final age, ending in the total destruction of the Earth.
Take a look at this, Professor. What have you got to say about that?
Where did you get this?
Never mind that. How do you explain these
A
withdrawals,
to ten
I
wyciąg
left my
bankowy,
financial
nie?
affairs in the hands of my secretary.
including the withdrawal of funds in cash from your personal account?
I trust Gwyneth implicitly.
And why Marseille? Why the very place my girlfriend was taken?
That's obvious, Stobart. We are both the victims of the same devious plot.
What plot?
I have no idea.
Okej, on coś mówił, że ta firma się zwinęła. Tutaj były biura, jakieś inne firmy, że oni wiedzą, o co chodzi. Tu jest na razie, na tym etapie jest mało robienia, a dużo gadania. W sensie jest dużo biegania między jedną postacią a drugą. No jak jest błąd, to jest błąd. No teraz już nie zmienię. To jest grube palce i szybkie pisanie. Szybkie nie znaczy dobre.
Do you know Professor Ubier?
Yes. I understand he is about to embark on an archaeological expedition. He hired some equipment from me earlier today.
I overheard him talking to the general. I think they're working together.
What? If I'd known that, I wouldn't have hired out the equipment. Now, why would the general be interested in an archaeologist?
Czemu generał go wspiera? Wow, trochę mamy tych gratów. Najważniejsze, że mamy robala, ciasteczka dla psów, węgiel i majteczki. Tak, ja na przykład bardzo szybko liczę. Nigdy dobrze, ale zawsze bardzo szybko. Czy myśmy z Niko rozmawiali o tym wszystkim, co się wydarzyło? No
Did you
właśnie,
notice
że nie.
that chart on the police station wall?
Yes, it looked like a map to me, but I couldn't make out the details.
Whatever it was, the general didn't want us to see it. You came on a little strong with the general.
I was merely flattering his ego, George. Every man has his Achilles heel.
Maybe, but that guy's weakness isn't in his foot. Labano tells me he's been seeing a lot of you.
We meet sometimes for lunch, a drink. After you'd gone back to the States, I was pretty lonely, you know.
Lonely? You must have been desperate. Couldn't you just visit the zoo or something? That man we saw talking to the general was Ubie. Didn't you recognize him?
I never met him, remember? The guy
Można
I called
pokazywać,
Paris
tak jak
claimed
zdjęcie,
to be
tak,
UBA,
tak, w
but he
Fantasmagorii.
sounded nothing like the man in the police station.
Pokazywaliśmy wszystkim
Maybe the
węgiel
professor
i robala
really is
i
innocent.
majtki. Kiedy tylko się
It's too
da.
much of a coincidence that he's here in Claramonte.
No, i na przykład możemy o psich
Would you like a
smakołykach.
biscuit?
Gourmet dog? Have you been eating those things, George?
Sure, they're great.
Gourmet dog.
Guess what this is? Go on, guess.
It's wrought iron, probably from a chimney stack on an old stove.
Well, I suppose it could be. How did she know that?
My
Zepsuła
grandfather used to
niespodziankę.
work in a foundry.
Take a look at this, Nico.
That's disgusting, George. Why are you carrying it around with you?
I don't know. I just can't seem to part with it. Take a look at this.
An eclipse of the sun. Why the sudden interest in astronomy?
I found the cutting in Ubie's house.
Apparently, it's only visible from Central America.
Czyli to jakby
Take
tu,
a
gdzie
look
jesteśmy.
at this.
Ten wyciąg bankowy
Dieu.
profesora.
Where did you get that kind of money?
It's not mine. I found that statement at Ubie's house. Do you have any theories about this stone?
I think that design represents a dog, a Mexican dog.
So, this is the sacred Chihuahua stone? Sheesh.
Sakry Chihuahua są, dobra. Jeszcze jest perełka i Dwayne, nie? Zacznijmy od Dwayna. Panie, jak się oddalamy, to w stereo przesuwa się głos targu na lewą stronę.
Did you find any evidence of Condor's drug smuggling operations?
Drugs? Hell no! Condor was a cover for the illegal export of Mayan artifacts.
So who was behind Condor Transglobal?
It was registered in the name of Edan.
Did you get the guy?
I don't think he ever existed. Edan backwards spells Nady, Spanish for nobody.
Do you
Okay.
think the general was involved with Condor?
Hell no! And if he's a general, I'm a Buddhist. No, that fella's just a mouthpiece for the real power in Quaramonte.
Kto rządzi w
So the
Quaramonte?
general is nothing but a puppet?
He's like Pinocchio before he met the Blue Rinse Fairy. Strictly strings and wood.
Who's pulling the strings?
His mother, better known as La Presidenta, the dictator.
Is Miguel the reason you're here?
Pretty smart, George. I was supposed to make contact
Misha.
with him. By the time I found him, though, he was in jail. I've been trying to figure out a way to get him out since then.
Sounds good to me. Count me in.
Good man, George. All I need is a detonator.
Detonator, ta babeczka
How come you brought a
w
truckload of
tej
explosives
firmy.
but no detonator?
Call me old-fashioned, but I
Ona
say
wspominała, że
packing drugs
narzędzia
is woman's
wynajmowała.
work. I left the packing to Pearl, and I can't find a darn thing. Just hope she remembered to bring my denture polish. I'd sure hate to arrive back in the States with tar on my teeth.
Okay, zapytajmy Perły, może ona ma ten detonator, jak nie, to pójdziemy do tej firmy. Wątpię, żeby Perła miała, bo to nie byłaby gra przygodowa, gdyby tak po prostu nam dała.
Have you met the guy who calls himself the general?
No, I haven't. Is he a real general?
I guess so. He wears a lot of medals on his chest. The wrong side of his chest. At least for any army I'd ever seen.
Nie zwróciłem na to
Do
uwagi.
you know where I could buy a detonator?
Did Dwayne put you up to this by any chance? Oh, I get it. This is to detonate the truckload of explosives, right?
Hey, come on, I was kidding. Did you think I was serious?
I know what you boys are like when you get together and make plans. Dwayne says he could solve all the world's problems if he had enough missiles.
Okej, czyli ona nie ma tego
Catch you later,
rewolwera, to zapytajmy w biurze, czy nam nie pożyczą.
Do you have any kind of detonating device in stock?
Sure. They're kept in that cupboard.
I don't suppose you have one spare?
I can't simply give you a device like that, no without a damn good reason.
The General has a chart in his office, which he was discussing with Ubier.
Perhaps that chart will tell us where they're heading.
Maybe, but I can't get anywhere near it while the General and his sidekick are there.
Okej, czyli ona nam może da, ale jeszcze nie teraz. To najpierw spróbujmy tą mapę obejrzeć. Może Niko nam pomoże. Zagada albo coś.
Could you distract the General while I took a look at that chart?
You're kidding. Did you see the way he was leering at me?
Yeah, you'd make a great snake charmer. Come on, 5 minutes is all I need.
Well, maybe. But it's your harebrained scheme. You do the talking.
Alright, spróbujemy. Chyba są fajnie zrobione, tak. Nie jest to LucasArts, w sensie no epokę do przodu. W sensie nie mam nic przeciwko LucasArtsowym, one są bardziej stylizowane. Te są zdecydowanie w wyższej rozdzielczości i więcej szczegółów jest.
My girlfriend has a favor she wants to ask you, General.
For you, my dear, anything.
I've changed my mind.
Oh, no, you haven't. She's embarrassed about asking you for an interview, General.
An interview with me? Fabuloso!
Well, I want to write a story about you.
You hear that, Ronaldo? An exclusive glossy spread about your beloved general.
Si, Signor General.
Look
Myślałem,
after
myślałem,
things.
że się w ogóle
I'm
nie
going
odezwie.
back to my apartment and I don't want to be disturbed.
I'll get you for this, George Stobar.
Don't worry. If you're gone for more than a couple of hours, I'll come and get you.
A couple of hours?
Panie, że ona jest ubrana jak na wyprawę w dżungli, a George jak turysta amerykański. Ale zróbmy sobie może save'a, co? A nawet 2. Ten się nie przyczepi, on wygląda jakby spał w pracy, więc...
No, 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 Signor. The General said nobody must see that chart.
He won't know unless you tell him.
You don't know him, Signor. He will worm it out of me as easily as he de-waxes his ear.
Okay. I'd have to get rid of him.
Fate of Atlantis Ciciowi się gazetę dawało, żeby zszedł ze
Would you
sceny.
take my friend to the ruins now the General's gone?
I'd be honored,
Cześć,
Signor.
Bernardiko.
Thanks. I'll go get her.
Kogo ja mam zawołać? Perełkę? Cześć, Kane.
I've made the arrangements for your visit to the temple, Pearl.
Oh, that's just great, George.
Tak jest.
Why don't you come too, honey?
I'd love to, but right now I have to save the world.
To jest szczupak uważany jako bardzo dobra gra. To jest top of the top.
Listen, sweetie, I'm looking for an official guide to take me to the old pyramid.
For a lovely lady, I would go to the ends of the earth. For you, I will go as far as the pyramid and back. But what about your husband?
What he doesn't know won't hurt him. Let's go, Beanpole.
Okej.
As Pearl and Ronaldo set out for the ruined pyramid, I prepared to search the police station. The safe was undoubtedly locked.
Okej, safe. No byłoby za łatwo, gdybyśmy safe otworzyli.
The filing cabinet was probably locked.
No dobra, to zajrzyjmy na tą mapę.
It looked like a geological survey map showing the land to the southeast of Quaramonte City.
Szczupak, w przygodówkach raczej nie ma rewolucji, jeżeli chodzi o mechaniki. Historia jest fajna, zagadki są fajne, logiczne. Nie ma tak zwanego moon logic, które się zdarza w LucasArtsowych grach. Ciężko jest zginąć, tak jak w grach Sierry. Gra jest ładna, dobrze napisana, fajnie zagrana, śmieszna, postacie da się lubić. Teraz powinna nam dać detonator.
I got a good look at that chart in the police station. It's a map of Quaramonte.
I nie ma, tak, nie ma tu pytania.
Yeah, a place called Teoculcan.
That's the site of the mine. I wonder why they're being so secretive about Ubier's plans. One thing's for sure. If the general's involved, they're up to no good. I'd like to talk to that musician Miguel. Take the detonator and get him out of that jail.
O wow, będziemy wysadzać ścianę, będziemy tego gościa z więzienia odbijać. Myślałem, że bardziej subtelnie to załatwimy. To jest mniej więcej ten moment, jak się opuszczam Marsylię i się ląduje tutaj, to się urywają się moje wspomnienia. Nie bardzo pamiętam, co jest dalej. Dobra, detonator był dla Dwayna.
Here is the detonator, Dwayne.
Keep your voice down, George. You want everyone to know. You'd best go and warn Miguel that the U.S. cavalry's on the way.
Okay.
Podoba mi się, LucasArts miał taki swój system iMuse chyba, albo Muse po prostu, który potrafił dynamicznie miksować elementy ścieżki dźwiękowej w zależności od sytuacji. I tutaj też tak jest. Ja spoglądałem przed streamem na ścieżkę dźwiękową z Broken Sword 2 właśnie. Jest masa takich krótkich 30-sekundowych, minutowych, 1,5-minutowych kawałków. W zależności od tego, jaki jest ton rozmowy, co się dzieje. Teraz jak daliśmy mu ten detonator, to była taka podniosła muzyka. Te konkretne fragmenty się potrafią się wplatać na moment, co jest bardzo fajne. Właśnie tak jak miało to miejsce w grach LucasArtsa, bo oni pierwsi napisali taki system, który pozwalał na miksowanie ścieżki. Okej, mamy go.
Hey, Miguel.
What is it? What is happening?
We're getting out of here.
Who's we? They've sent the Delta Force?
Nope.
The Impossible Missions Force?
Don't make me sick. Much better.
Who then?
A retired
Impossible
greetings card
Missions
salesman from
IMF.
Ohio.
Mission Impossible.
You're not the only one.
I should have known you'd be trouble the moment I saw you.
Look, I can explain everything.
Get in that cell, now.
And what if I refuse?
He'll shoot you.
Okay, here I am, going quietly into the cell.
Very wise, not Americano scum.
One of the reasons I hate guns so much is the way they make people so damned impolite.
I hope you're enjoying your vacation, Senior Stobart.
Go
Nordamericano
polish your
scam,
weapon,
tak
Ronaldo.
jest. No widzę, ten Miguel
This was part of your plan,
już ma stryczek.
right?
Well, in a manner of speaking, no. I was all out of ideas. It was up to Nico now.
So, here we are.
You've changed.
I thought I would slip into something more comfortable.
The stench of cheap cologne rolled over me like tear gas.
So, what do you want to know about me? Ask and I will answer. I will deny you nothing.
No przede wszystkim chcę wiedzieć, skąd masz taką piękną lawalampę.
I am a very giving person.
How nice for your friends.
Your eyes are glittering like stars.
Stal.
This damn cologne was making my eyes water. I was running out of sofa.
As spirited as you are beautiful, I admire that.
As long as he admired it from afar.
Dobra, co my tu mamy?
I didn't want the picture. On close inspection, I noticed that the swordfish was peppered with machine gun bullet holes. The general was a real sportsman, and no mistake.
Bo
I didn't want to watch a
łowienie
lot of
karabinem
tawdry
maszynowym jest
soap
prawie tak
operas.
fajne jak łowienie dynamitem.
I didn't want the lava lamp. The tiger
ten
was
uśmiech.
beyond help.
Tiger was beyond help. Fajne.
Is that a lava lamp?
Sure, it's more impressive in the dark. I'll close the blinds.
Please don't.
No, no, don't do that. Not on such a beautiful day. Who's the guy with the hat and the fat cigar?
My mother.
Przepraszam, czy on ogląda pornola?
Big fish. Catch it yourself?
Catch it. Fishing poles are for children.
Then how did... Are those bullet holes?
2 magazines on full automatic. It put up quite a fight.
I, love your TV.
Oh yeah, cool, no?
Yeah, cool, no.
Mom, what is going on here?
Nothing, Mom. I was...
I'm in uniform. And when I'm in uniform, it's...
Madame la Presidente, sorry, Madame la Presidente.
Now, what is going on here?
Nothing, Madame la Presidente. I was just showing my friend Nico some of the cool stuff I've got.
Hi.
Good afternoon, señorita. And just what are your intentions toward my son?
Intentions? We were just talking.
How nice. She has good bone structure, Raoul. Has she any brains?
She's a reporter.
Is she? And what sort of questions has she been asking?
I'm a freelance photojournalist. I do lifestyle features.
For what sort of magazines?
It looked safest
To
to play
muzykę
that
mógłby
with
wyłączyć.
good bone structure. Haya, lifestyle of the super rich and vainglorious, Envy magazine.
Vainglorious.
Excellent. Raoul, you've chosen well for a change.
It was pretty obvious who pulled the strings around here. I hope George was making good use of the
Vainglorious
time I was
jest
buying him.
ładna nazwa, ładny tytuł.
And then it goes. And when you were in this band of yours, you used to play that song for 2 hours?
Yeah, we were really famous at our college. Still, ours wasn't as good as the original version.
I have never heard that song before.
Gorsza
Yes, I have
jakość
no
dialogów
doubt this must
Żorza
be
w tej wymianie.
Hey! Psst. Hey, George!
Dwayne Henderson. Boy, am I ever glad to see you. Get to the American consul and tell him I've been imprisoned without charge.
Get real, George. He was the previous occupant of that cell you're in. We're gonna have to use good old American know-how to get you out of there.
Uh-oh.
That, and this truck full of explosives I've got here.
Dwayne, listen to me. You'll kill all of us.
You're such a naysayer, George. It'll go like clockwork. Negative to negative, it's positive to you gotta get the bare copper wire here. Let me just, damn. All right, I'll just hook that up. All right, there we go. Okay, just a minute. I've got to get to a safe distance.
Quick, Miguel, hit the mattress.
You have strange customs up north.
There we go.
Too late.
Unimpressive flatulent noise. Czy teraz walnie?
Are we dead yet?
Horse shit.
What happened to the explosives?
There ain't no explosives. My dumbass supplier must have given me organic fertilizer instead of chemical. All I got here is 400 pounds of lightly fried horse apples.
That's a lovely image, Dwayne. Never mind, I'll think of something. I couldn't reach the noose.
Zamknięte.
The door was locked.
Miguel, będziesz się wieszał, czy mogę pożyczyć tą linę?
So, it happens.
But I'm a U.S. citizen.
See, that's true. They dare not execute you.
Yeah? Well, that's something.
They'll have to arrange an accident for you instead.
Have you heard of a guy called Karzak?
Yes. The old man spoke of him.
The
Old man
foreigner?
to Ubier.
Professor Ubier?
That's right. This man Karzak is Ubier's boss.
Why is that noose hanging from the bars?
Ronaldo strung it up for me to hang myself. Don't cry for me, Senor Stubbard. When I am dead, the goddess will take my soul to rest in paradise.
Listen to me, Miguel. You give me that rope and I'll get us out of here. Is there somewhere you can hide from the General?
Of course. My friends have a boat ready to take me upriver. But how are you going to break out of here with just a short piece of rope?
I'm not sure, but I'll think of something.
A nie można po kowbojsku wyrwać ciężarówką tych prętów w oknie?
I couldn't escape that way.
No, Dwayne przecież tam ciężarówkę ma zaparkowaną.
I had nothing else to ask him. The door was locked. I couldn't escape that way.
No, muszę trafić na niego.
Hey, Dwayne, I want you to tie this rope to your truck and then drive forward. I'd had no idea whether this was really going to work, but I'd seen it in a black and white Western. Of course, Hopalong was using a horse and Dwayne had a 4-ton truck, but hey, the principle's sound.
Dokładnie.
Anything you say, George.
Please forgive my mother. She can be a little difficult.
Oh, my feet, Raoul! Propose, you idiot!
Już
Don't
od
mind
razu?
her. She just wants grandchildren.
Don't think I can't hear you, Raoul. I want the worthy successor, and you're not it. Propose now, or I'll do it for you.
Look, Nico, we haven't known each other very long, but...
Nearby crash of collapsing masonry.
What the hell was that?
I didn't know what was going on, but Georges had to be involved in it somewhere.
Kawał ściany
I ain't
wyrwali
gonna
z tym
say a
oknem.
thing, 'cause that sweet sound of falling masonry says it all.
Quick, senor, the river.
Huh? Wait! What about Nico?
Georges, what have you done? You only had to sneak a look at the chart, and it's turned into World War III.
Oj, nie
No time to
przesadzaj, Niko.
explain. Come on!
Nie jest tak źle.
Don't move, terrorist scum.
You talking to me, Junior?
Yes, I'm talking to you, fat man. And my name's not Junior.
A word to the wise, Junior. You carry on waving that pea shooter in my face, and the next person who sees it is gonna be your proctologist. Savvy?
General, I am happy to report that I have apprehended the terrorist. You idiot, not them! The other American and the French woman! They're the ones!
No ale koleś, który użył ciężarówki do wyrwania krat, chyba też jest w kręgu zainteresowanych. W sensie policja się powinna nim interesować. Władze. No czy są dowody? Może ta lina przywiązana z jednej strony do kawałka kraty, a z drugiej strony do jego ciężarówki? Animacja 3D.
When I recovered consciousness, I was alone, washed up on the riverbank. My head was aching fiercely, and my mouth tasted like a swamp. At first, I thought the music I heard was in my head. Just my luck to wind up in paradise with a migraine. But I followed the sound and discovered a tree house in a nearby clearing.
Save, proszę. Co my tu mamy? Okej, to będzie nasza lina, na pewno.
That vine rope could be useful. The machine was broken. It would have been a shame to tamper with the elegant bridge.
Fajne elementy, prerenderowane elementy 3D, bo byłoby to zrobić łatwiej niż ręcznie rysować każdą
The iron rim of
klatkę.
the water wheel would have torn the skin from my fingers if I touched it. It seemed to be working just fine. It was a pile of damp leaves.
Coś tu siedzi w tych liściach.
The stones were too heavy to turn by hand. The vine provided a drive belt to connect the two stones. The stones were too heavy to turn by hand.
Jakąś dźwignię potrzebujemy.
It was heavy. I guess that was intentional.
Ktoś ewidentnie na organach gra. Czy w tym domku na drzewie są organy?
Now I had the contraption working.
Okej, tylko po co?
Hello? Anyone home?
Chyba nie. Dobra, coś z tymi liśćmi trzeba zrobić.
It was a pile of damp leaves.
Nie mamy nic specjalnego.
I placed the newspaper clipping over the damp leaves.
Okej, co teraz? Nie wiem, co próbujemy osiągnąć. Czy tutaj woda ma na te liście spłynąć? Mamy zatrzymać to koło, żeby woda poleciała na liście, ale po co gazeta wtedy? Czym mamy zablokować to koło? Kamieniem? Czymś twardym, nie?
As I held the fetish to the iron rim of the wheel, a shower of sparks cascaded onto the leaves.
Okej, aha, czyli to jest system wentylacji. Teraz pompujemy dym do środka, tak? Okej.
Quick, men! Put out that fire! I've got a sick woman up here.
Sorry, Father, but I needed to attract your attention.
Okej. Nie było wyartykułowane, że to jest system wentylacji. Trik na chorą babę, podejrzewam, że to Niko jest tą chorą kobietą.
Who are you? And what do you want?
My name is Stobart, George Stobart.
I'm Father Hubert. I don't suppose you speak French.
Huh? Why do you want to know that?
I found a young woman with a fever by the river this morning. The poor girl is close to death, and there's nothing I can do for her but pray. I don't understand her, but I think she's speaking French.
Hang on, that must be Nico. What are you doing out here in the jungle?
God's work. Not quite the destination I had in mind when I set out, but well, you know what they say.
No właśnie, wołaliśmy i nic nie pomagało Quarku, bo on grał na organach tam w tej swojej chatce.
You didn't plan to end up here?
No. I was on my way to the miners' camp in the north. I was stuck here when my boat capsized on the river.
That's exactly what happened to me. How long have you been here?
11 years.
That's my girlfriend you've got in your treehouse. What's the matter with her?
She's been bitten by a venomous river snake.
But can't you do something for her? There's a cure, isn't there?
I ran out of penicillin and morphine years ago, but the local people speak of a root which they believe will counteract the poison.
Where can I find this root?
I don't know, but maybe the shaman of the village can tell us.
Will you show me the way to the village?
Me? Oh, but I can't.
Can't? Nico's life depends on it.
You're right. Of course I should, despite my own guilt and shame. But I can't go as a representative of God with a creased collar.
Jak na misjonarza to jest mało zainteresowany pomaganiem innym.
I will not go to that village looking anything but my best.
Znaczy musimy mu koloratkę wyprasować, tak? Bo inaczej nie chce do nich iść.
Thank you, my son. In the meantime, I must contemplate my sermon.
Okej, to jest zagadka, którą już rozwiązaliśmy, bo wystarczy wsadzić w to te dwa cylindry pewno, żeby wyprasować, ale tu powinien być jakiś inny stoper, jakaś inna zagadka, bo to jest głupie. Ale poda mi się, że on usiadł na drabinie, tak żebyśmy my nie mogli z niej skorzystać.
So there I was, hundreds of miles from civilization, doing the housework for a priest. It's a strange world. The press worked surprisingly well on the collar.
Muszą być idealnie wyszlifowane kamienie, że ta koloratka po prostu nie spadła między nimi. No, Bubert, masz tą koloratkę.
Here's your collar, Father.
Thank you, George. You'll probably think it a little odd of me to make such a fuss.
Oh no, If I've been living in the jungle for 11 years, I'd be completely screwy too.
Screwy? Yes, perhaps I am. Ever since my last visit to that village.
Do you want to tell me what happened at the village?
I forgot my vows. I let myself be overwhelmed by the beauty of this unspoiled paradise, and in a moment of weakness, animal passion reared its rampant head.
You know, you should be writing romantic novels. Did you experience some kind of physical liaison at the village?
Yes, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I found myself doing the monkey dance.
O nie.
I've never heard it called that before. And I didn't want to pry any deeper into Hubert's murky past. Now you've got your collar back, will you take me to the village?
I've still not finished my sermon.
Look, Father, I still don't know why you're so reluctant to visit that village, and it's none of my business. Whatever the reason, it can't be more important than saving Nico's life.
You're right. I must be crazy. We must make haste if we're to reach the village before nightfall.
Przynajmniej nas
By the
zaprowadzi.
time we reached the village, it was sunset.
Wow, muszą mieć gdzieś tutaj siłownię na świeżym powietrzu.
Glad to see you're still wearing the underpants, what?
They're the best Christmas present we ever had, Father.
Mine are too tight.
Well, we all have our cross to bear. This is George. He has a request to make. I'm afraid I can't stay. Good luck, George.
Jego bicki mają bicki, tak. No
That's a
fajny.
relief. I never feel comfortable with him about.
Me neither. These damn pants keep riding right up my butt.
So, what do you want?
Sup, fellas?
My girlfriend has been bitten by a snake.
So, everyone in my family has been bitten by snakes.
I was bitten by a dormouse once.
She's real sick. I hoped your wise man might have medicine.
Wise man? You must have the wrong village.
Father Hubert said there was a wise man in the village who could help me.
No, there's no one of that description here.
Ooh,
No
he
chyba
must
macie
be the old man, the
lekarstwo.
shaman.
I thought he just made up all those stories he tells. I never thought of him as being wise.
Are you going to stand by and let my girlfriend die?
Of course not. What do you think we are, savages?
We'll start the preparations for a cremation feast.
I'd like to see the shaman, please.
You can't just go walking in there and demand to speak to the shaman.
Why not?
You have to observe the protocol. The shaman demands tribute.
Tribute? You mean like a gift?
That's right.
The eternal question. What do you give a man who has everything?
Szkoda, że nie możemy tego węgla dać. Chciałbym dać węgiel, ale może psie
He'll like these
smakołyki.
biscuits.
If you say so.
Szaman przyjmuje psie smakołyki.
Is this your first visit to our planet?
I am from the same planet as you. I'm from California. Why, we're practically neighbors.
He liked the biscuits, especially the black ones. He wants to know if you've any more.
No nie mam. No i co? No i co?
Look, I know it's not much, but I want your shaman to have this.
Do you expect him to eat that?
He's an old man, you know. He might choke.
This stone is what brought me here.
That's a spirit stone. I wouldn't touch it if I was you.
You're right. It could be cursed.
Give me a clue. What kind of things does your shaman like? Does he have a hobby, a favorite sport?
You insult us. The shaman lives on a higher plane.
Oh, right. Maybe a book would be more suitable. Or a jigsaw puzzle? Don't you just hate choosing presents for people you don't know?
Yes.
There wasn't much point in sending the empty box back to the shaman. I put my lucky piece of coal in the empty box. Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
I'll give them to him.
What do you do for entertainment here in the jungle?
We make documentaries. Me and Tabtic, we've appeared in 7 TV films and an article in National Geographic.
Odda mi ten kamień, czy połamał zęby?
The shaman didn't want the black rock.
A odzyskaliśmy nasz kamień? Tak, odzyskaliśmy. To wsadźmy to, może to go zainteresuje.
I put the Mayan stone in the empty box. Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
I'll give them to him.
Nie, wioska może być prawdziwa, tylko główne źródło zarobku to występy w tych filmach dokumentalnych.
The shaman wants to talk to you.
Oh.
I hoped he would. Well, it's been nice to talk to you guys.
Fajnie, że tu jest kobieta, tylko ją zasłania przez większość czasu.
That woman certainly wasn't the reason I'd come to the village.
To drzewo.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Please, sit down. Welcome, George.
Thanks.
It has long been foretold that a white man would bring the coyote stone to this village.
My girlfriend's been bitten by a snake.
And you want me to heal her?
That's the idea. Can you do it?
I'm not sure. My gums aren't what they used to be.
Co mają do znaczenia?
Listen, my girlfriend's in a coma. Please, old man, give me the root.
What root?
Father Hubert told me of a root which could cure the bite of the river snake.
There's nothing sacred with these people. That was our secret, known only to members of my tribe.
If that root is my chance of saving Nico's life, then I want it. Fast.
There is time yet, George Stobart. Time to learn why you were called here.
I don't suppose this would be any use to you.
It sure would. This wax on a stick will change our lives.
What do you want it for?
To decorate our bodies for the monkey dance.
Fine. If I listen to your story, then will you give me the root?
The eel travels far, but still returns to the place of his spawning.
And look, I'm running a tight schedule, so can you skip the riddles?
Many years ago, when the world was young, the great god and king Quetzalcoatl was defeated by trickery and deceit. His enemy Tezcatlipoca took his place as leader and demanded terrible human sacrifices. A group of loyal priests found a way to trap Tezcatlipoca. But his powers were so great, they knew he would not remain trapped forever.
Jak generał Zon.
His time of incarceration would end with the eclipse, which marked the close of the Fifth Age. So the priests fashioned 3 obsidian stones which contained the power to seal the mirror for all time. But before the stones could be put in place, they were seized by the invading Spanish.
But how did they trap Tez, the evil god?
They built a pyramid which they told Tezcatlipoca was dedicated to him. At its center, they fashioned a huge mirror of perfectly smooth obsidian, Luring him into the pyramid with praise and flattery, they used sorcery to ensnare him in the mirror.
There's an eclipse of the sun due very soon, isn't there?
Correct. The eclipse which marks the ending of the Fifth Age will come before the next full moon.
Less than 2 weeks. I didn't really believe that Tezcatlipoca would return, but I figured
Słabo się
Karzak's plans
przygotowują
were
na
somewhat
uwolnienie tego Boga, tak sobie siedzą
Why is Father Hubert so
spokojnie,
reluctant to
żadnego
visit the
planu.
village?
I don't
Czekają
know.
aż biały zbawca
Still come
się
here a
zjawi,
lot, but
zgodnie
then
z
he just
legendą.
stopped. You'd think he'd want to spend some time with his kids.
Did you say Father Hubert has kids?
3 girls and 5 boys by my reckoning. All conceived in the same week at the Feast of the Monkey Dance.
What happened to the stones?
They were taken by the Spanish to the coastal town that is now called Huaramonte City. Only 1 stone reached Spain. The other 2 fell into the hands of buccaneers. The jaguar stone was captured by an English captain, El Draco. The eagle stone was taken by a pirate called Ketch. The 3rd stone, the coyote stone, reached Spain safely. That is the stone in your possession.
Tell me more about the jaguar stone.
Many centuries ago, the port of Huaramonte was entered by a ship flying Spanish colors. The captain, the man known as El Draco, sent soldiers ashore. Only when the soldiers arrested the mayor did the people realize that they were English privateers. The mayor was held hostage while the soldiers looted and plundered the city. Amongst the treasures they stole was the jaguar stone.
Where is the jaguar stone now?
I suppose El Draco took it back to his homeland, across the Great Sea.
To England. Tell me more about the eagle stone.
The stone was loaded onto a galleon with many valuable artifacts plundered by the Spanish, but shortly after leaving harbor, a terrible squall blew up and damaged the ship. The ship was intercepted by a bloodthirsty pirate, Captain Ketch. Ketch made short work of overpowering the crew, stealing the treasure, and sinking the Spanish ship.
Where's the eagle stone now?
Nobody knows for sure. Ketch retired from piracy and bought an island in the Caribbean.
Czyli jeden będzie w Londynie, a drugi będzie na Karaibach.
What do I do when I find the stones?
Bring them here to me and I shall prepare you. The stones must be taken to the heart of the pyramid. Only there can they be used to seal the gate by which Tezcatlipoca will return to this world.
Now do I get the root?
Here, take it. Make haste if you wish to save the girl's life. The hummingbird sings to me of death to come.
Now you're talking in riddles again. Listen, is it okay if I crash here? I've got no chance of finding my way through the jungle in the dark.
You're welcome, but you probably won't get much sleep. Tonight's the night of the monkey dance.
Załapaliśmy się na Monkey Dance. Myślałem, że będzie Monkey Dance.
I left the village at dawn and stumbled back through the jungle in a post-party daze. It was just like sneaking back to my parents' house when I was younger. Except Oakland didn't have monkeys or parrots.
Halo, panie misjonarzu.
The shaman thinks you should go visit your kids.
So, he told you?
Look, Hubert, having an extended family is nothing to be ashamed of. If I was you, I'd be ashamed of not being there for them.
It's that damned monkey dance that led me astray.
Yeah. A sight like that must be difficult to forget. I've got the root, Hubert.
So what are you waiting for? Give it to the gal.
Right.
Co, ona go po prostu zje?
Nico, I brought you this root. No way was she going to be able to chew the root. I needed to give her the antidote in a more digestible form.
To co, znowu prasa?
The stones were too heavy to turn by hand.
To ja wiem.
The juice from the root was soaking into the ground.
Nie, tak to nie. To zbierzmy w to.
The cone was ideal as a makeshift container.
Excellent. Cześć, Musielo.
As the liquid was squeezed from the root, it collected in the cone.
Look, Hubert, the antidote.
What are you waiting for? Give it there, quickly.
No przecież, od razu.
Nico. Here, drink this.
Oh, George, it's horrible.
Just swallow it down. Okay, try and rest now, darling. You'll need all your strength when we go after the other two stones.
Other stones? What other stones? What have you gotten me into now, Josh Stobart?
The patient is sounding more like her old self already. Nico recovered quickly from her fever.
O, już jesteśmy na Karaibach.
To save time, we decided to split up and look for each stone independently. I traced the pirate catch to a remote island in the Caribbean. With the fortune he'd amassed from piracy,
A Nico
he
do
retired
Londynu
to a
pewno
place that was
poleci.
later called Ketch's Landing.
Okej, fajnie wyskoczył z lasu. Tak na wszelki wypadek, żeby nie było ścieżki, gdzie wrócić na to lotnisko, na którym wylądował.
I just had to sneak a look at those plans.
Hey, get out of there.
You know, wherever I go, I hear those words. Paris, Syria, Ireland, or Spain. Makes no difference.
What do you think you're doing?
I was trying to show some interest in your project.
Kim ty jesteś?
Hi, is this Ketch's Landing?
Yeah, that's right.
My name's George Stobart. You're a surveyor, right? Mr.
Bronson. And of course I'm a surveyor. Why the hell else would I have a theodolite?
I don't know. Hobby, maybe?
Yeah, right. What brings you here, anyway?
I'm searching for an
Cześć,
ancient
Panda.
Mayan artifact.
What is it? Some kind of jewel?
No, it's obsidian. A black stone with supposedly mystic powers.
You're nuts.
You're nuts.
This is similar to the stone I'm looking for.
What makes you think you'll find it here?
Because when the stones were stolen in the 17th century...
Hold it. The stones have been lost for 300 years?
Approximately.
And you're hoping to find them again? You're nuts.
You're nuts.
And why here?
A wise old Indian shaman told me he saw the stones in a vision.
Ha ha. That's rich. Listen, I got work to do, okay?
Catch you later, Bronson. I just
Pozwolisz
had to sneak a look at...
zerknąć?
Hey,
Dobra, czyli,
Okej.
czyli nie pozwoli. No to chodźmy dalej, tu jest dom. Ktoś tu jeszcze jest na tym?
I didn't want a fishing net.
Hey boy.
You want to buy some fish?
Nah, I don't like fish. What's your name?
Rio. It means river. What about you?
George. It means, well, it's just a name. Is it true that Captain Ketch lived around here?
That's right. That's his house up on the hill. It's a museum now.
Yeah? That's exactly what I need. Thanks, kid.
You won't get inside, you know. The old ladies close it down.
Who are these old ladies you mentioned?
Miss Frost and Miss Mina Ketch.
How come the old ladies closed the museum?
It's Branson's doing. Him have the plans for redeveloping the museum. They're going to regret it, you know. The man's a crook.
Will you help me get those plans?
I don't want to go nowhere near that man. He promised to drown me when he found the fish I left in his sleeping bag.
What do you know about Captain Ketch?
Just what everybody knows around here. He was a pirate and get himself hung.
No school today?
No, sir.
What about your education?
I can fish, sail, and swim. I've been looking after myself since I was 6, and I'm bilingual.
Aren't you a little overqualified for a beach bum?
Well, you know, there's a lot of competition.
Do you know anything about pirate treasure?
Man, that's all stories. There's no such thing as a real pirate treasure.
Na pewno jest. Dobra, chyba tą łódką chyba nie popłyniemy nigdzie, więc możemy od razu iść do góry. Theodolite to jest ten, jak się nazywa to urządzenie? No to coś trzeba będzie pokręcić, żeby on zrezygnował z planów odbudowy i wtedy siostry otworzą z powrotem muzeum. Strzelam.
Hi, Puss. Wanna play? Hey, cat. Watch where you're putting those claws.
Coś tu jest ewidentnie. No dobra, najpierw pogadajmy z nim.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Good afternoon, Mr. Stobart. Would you care for tea?
No, thank you, ma'am. I don't like tea. Is that your cat?
Yes, it is.
That's Ruddles.
Do you like cats, Mr. Stobart?
You bet. Especially spit roast.
O, to nie był dobry żart.
I've been talking to Rio, the little fisher boy.
I'll thank you not to mention that little wretch in my presence.
Dirty little whelk. Nasty fishy boy.
That will do, Mina.
Theodolit?
I gather you don't have much time for the little boy.
That child is a delinquent, Mr. Stobart.
Yeah, well, he's only, what, 11, maybe?
A knave with one hand on the toss.
What is it about Rio that you don't like, Miss Frost?
Well, once upon a time, he and Emily...
Be quiet this instant, Mina.
Czy co, nie powiecie mi?
What can you tell me about Emily?
Emily? What business can she be of yours?
Her parents were killed in a typhoon.
We, as her only living relatives, took it upon ourselves to raise the child.
That's good to know Charity isn't dead.
Oh, but she is. Washed overboard in the typhoon.
Mr. Stobart wasn't talking about Emily's mother. He was being sarcastic.
That he was.
What else can you tell me about Emily?
How dare you pry into our family in this way? I refuse to answer any more of your impertinent questions.
Can you tell me anything about Captain Ketch?
More than you can tell me about your great-great-great-great-grandfather, no doubt.
You're his descendants?
Certainly. Captain Ketch was born in Dorset, England, in the reign of King Henry VIII. His family were undistinguished farmers, but young Frederick Ketch decided to go to sea.
We have plenty of seamen in our family, Mr. Stobart.
Are you interested in history, Mr. Stobart?
Oczywiście.
Yes, I am. Is it true Frederick Ketch was a pirate?
Frederick Ketch was emphatically not a pirate.
They hanged him, you know, down there on the beach in front of his family. Didn't bother with the trial, just whipped him out from his breakfast table and hoisted him up in chains.
Well, if he wasn't a pirate,
No
what did they
właśnie.
hang him for?
Envy. Pure green-eyed envy. He had been a successful privateer, you see, and had accumulated great wealth.
As rich as a mink in a paddock.
Shut up, Mina.
Yes, Frost.
The small-minded governor and his lackeys wanted his money, trumped up some ridiculous charge about breaking the conditions of his letter of marque, and hanged him like a common thief. The blackguards!
Letter of marque?
The document that permitted him to engage and destroy the enemies of the crown. The difference between a lawful privateer and a pirate. Yoo-hoo!
Sorry, Frost.
Well, why didn't Ketch just say, take a hike, guys, I've got a pirating license?
Frederick Ketch was not a pirate!
But he did show them his letter of marque.
But they destroyed it and hanged him anyway.
No to nieładnie.
You were telling me about Captain Ketch. Do go on.
Oh, yes. He sailed under Hawkins.
Jim Hawkins?
John Hawkins, one of the great traders of the Elizabethan age. In 1568, Frederick Ketch was a young man serving aboard the Jesus, Hawkins' flagship. They sailed from England to Africa and across the wide Atlantic to these islands. Ketch was never to see the shores of England again.
How come Ketch never made it home?
Because the Spaniards sank the Jesus in an act of treachery.
You said Hawkins' fleet traded between Africa and the Indies. What was it they were trading?
Black men
Czyli
with no shirts.
zdradzili Jezusa i zatopili statek,
this was
tak?
the 16th century.
But that doesn't alter the
To nie
fact
pierwszy
that
raz, jak
Hawkins
Jezus
and
został
Ketch were
zdradzony.
slavers and pirates.
Would it surprise you to learn that Hawkins was also a devoutly religious man?
He transported slaves in a ship named after Jesus Christ. In my book, that makes him a hypocrite. What happened to Ketch? Was he killed?
Oh no, he got away and returned to this island, to this very house.
The Frederick Ketch Memorial Museum.
No dobra. Czym ten chłopaczek się naraził tak tym dwóm paniom? Jeżeli dobrze pamiętam, jest tylko jedna sekcja zręcznościowa w tej grze. Trzeba nad jakimś dzikiem albo innym zwierzęciem przeskoczyć, chwytając się jakieś liny czy
Tell me
gałęzi.
about your friend Emily.
Why are you so interested in Emily Ketch?
Emily Ketch? A descendant of Captain Ketch the pirate?
Yeah,
What, doesn't bother you?
why should it? We don't responsible for our ancestors.
Okej. Możemy tak po prostu wejść. No trzeba znowu je spławić. Znaczy, jak trzeba znowu je spławić, to okaże się, że połowa gry jest o spławianiu ludzi, że można było popełnić przestępstwo. Przepraszam, wy tu się siedzicie, idźcie już sobie, bo ja chcę to miejsce okraść.
Refurbishment. Where are the workmen?
Preparation is half the work, young man. The intention is to prepare the museum for the new century.
The Frederick Ketch Memorial Museum. It would look nice in neon.
A museum for a pirate? There was a stony silence.
As I have already told you, sir, he was not a pirate. It's precisely this sort of vile misrepresentation that Mr. Bronson is seeking to rebalance.
Oh? How?
Mr. Bronson has kindly agreed to undertake the museum's refurbishment at a very reasonable price. He understands the importance of a sense of history.
Funny. That's not the impression I got of Bronson at all.
He also understands spherical geometry.
Mina?
Well, he does.
Listen, ma'am, I came a long way to visit this place.
If we make an exception in your case, everyone will want to get in.
No i także
But
tłumy
I
tutaj
didn't
są na tej
exactly have
wyspie.
to fight my way through the crowds.
You're the second visitor we've had today.
No, I'm sorry, but it's impossible.
Okej. Ja wam wejdę oknem wtedy.
The ladder extended easily.
You there? What are you doing?
Pardon me, ladies. I was just going to climb your ladder. I'm helping Bronson.
Oh, you're not like him, are you? He's very polite, isn't he, Frost? And he has dimples when he smiles.
You're really fond of that cat, aren't you?
He is our companion and our solace.
No nie
I
chcą
thought
mnie
about
wpuścić.
kidnapping the little monster until they let me in, but
Nie
it
chcą mnie
wasn't my
wpuścić.
style.
Trzeba szukać
Maybe there was some
alternatywnej
other
drogi.
way I could use their affection for the cat to get me into the house. Okay, it was time for diversionary tactics. I thought I saw a little girl down on the beach.
You must be mistaken.
He must be mistaken. Mustn't he, Frost?
Mustn't.
I'm sure I'm not. A little girl and that young fisher boy.
What? It's not possible. What were they doing?
Oh, the kinds of things that all little boys and girls get up to at their age.
When I was a little girl, we used to play cows and milkmaids.
Well betide you if you're lying to us,
Wow.
Mr. Stobart. Heaven help you.
Zabawa w krowę i mleczarkę.
With a creak of ancient corsetry, the sisters sailed majestically over the distant horizon.
Dobra, czy my teraz możemy wejść? Najpierw spróbujmy drzwiami.
It was locked.
Tak, i jest kawał kota, nie? W zasadzie zastanawiam się, czy to nie ryś, a nie kot. Ryś albinos.
I didn't have a flag on me, so the flagpole would have to stay bare. Just my luck. I'd struck out again. The windows were all locked.
Dobra. Da się tu przejść jeszcze za ten dom? Nie. Nie, ekran się już nie przesuwa. No dobra, to idźmy zobaczyć, jaki raban tam zrobiliśmy na plaży. Czy one pogoniły tego chłopca? Tego chłopca Rio. To nie ma ich?
How come the old ladies closed the museum?
It's Bronson's doing. Him have the plans for redeveloping the museum. Oh, I know all about Mr. Bronson's plans.
Can you let me have a fish, kid?
I thought you say you don't like fish.
It's not for me. It's a present.
For the old ladies? Well, it makes a change from flowers and candy.
No, it's for their cat.
Okay. What do I get out of it?
I can pay you. I've got Quaramontian dollars, French francs, and traveler's checks.
You must be joking. The nearest bank is 3 islands away.
Will you give me a fish if I give you these Rio? Are these ugly, tasteless nylon panties worth a fish?
No, man.
No, man.
Is this worm worth a fish?
Could be good bait. How did it die?
I think it drowned in tequila.
Just like my Uncle Gabriel. Yeah, I
Ha.
have that. Okay, I'll get you a fish. It might take a while, though.
Albo nie. Lepiej złów coś od razu.
Did you see the weird sisters come by here?
Did I? They look madder than usual, so I hide until they're gone by.
Just as well. They thought you were playing with Emily. Boy, were they steamed.
Emily, you're madder than them.
There was nothing else I wanted to ask the boy.
Okej, no złów coś. To przejdźmy się na górę, może trzeba po prostu zresetować. O, ale siostry zniknęły teraz. Że tą piłkę wbijemy na ten maszt i te obliczenia mu się nie będą zgadzać. Na tym lewym maszcie coś tam było. Nie wiem, strzelam.
No luck with a fish?
No, man. They don't want bite. That's 'cause they know there's a storm brewing.
Storm? I don't think so.
Hey, I got a bite.
You have?
It's a big one. A real big one.
Reel him in, Rio. Jeez, it must be a whale or something.
Aha. Rower.
Rustiest whale I ever see.
I still need a fish, Rio.
Okay, make me try again.
Maybe you better change your bait. The only serviceable part of the bicycle's wreck was a rubber inner tube. You just never know when you're going to need stuff like that.
Okej, chyba złapał rybę, co?
There's your fish, my man.
I can't put it in my pocket while it's flapping about like that.
No problem.
Bam. Wiedziałem. Okej, dobra. Spróbujemy dać kotu, nie? A, dętka i ryba, dobra. Zrobimy save'a. Dawno nie robiliśmy.
Okay, cat. You don't deserve this, but here's a little fish. The little monster ate the fish, but never strayed far from the ball.
No, może jeszcze jedną? Więcej ryb? Albo coś by nie tak. Nie, bo nie chciałbym zatruwać tej ryby na przykład, ale mus to mus. O, jest jeszcze jedna. Dobra. Czyli coś zrobiliśmy tak, czy jest nieskończony zapas ryb. Trzeba to jakoś inaczej zrobić, ok. Myśmy go w klatkę złapali, albo jakoś... mamy coś? Albo...
No, that's wrong.
That's very wrong. Okej. Zrobimy zabawkę dla psa, zawiesimy, dla kota, zawiesimy rybę na tym. I on się nią zajmie, ale nie będzie mógł jej zjeść.
That should get the old cat dancing. I just hoped it didn't give itself a cardiac.
No. I znowu w tle słychać tą podniosłą muzykę. Okej, czy możemy odzyskać teraz te rzeczy? Skoro już mamy piłeczkę. Jest, mamy. A skąd on tą rybę wziął? Dobra, co my teraz możemy... Co to jest? Nie wiem, czy to jest na ścianie, czy to jest na tym maszcie na końcu, czy on ten kość wedle tego oznaczenia. W jakim stopniu umożliwia wszystkich tych giereczek jest? Myślę, że prędzej zejdę z tego świata, zanim ogram wszystkie przygodówki. Okej, co my tu mamy? Nie, tylko ja tak wolno w nie gram.
I couldn't think of any reason to climb the tree.
A tu jest drzewo. Może zrobimy procę i wystrzelimy. Nie wiem po co, ale możemy zrobić procę. Chyba. Teraz nie wiem, na którym zasyłowałem. Okay, czy to jest taki sam easter egg jak z kozą?
I put my lucky lump of coal in the catapult.
Pewno wróci do niego z drugiej strony i walnie go w głowę.
No! My lucky piece of coal vanished into the distance. It looked like it was going into orbit.
No, ja miałem nadzieję, że przyleci z drugiej strony. Okej. To teraz tak. Czy jak wystrzelimy, to kot pobiegnie?
I put the ball in the catapult. Took aim. Yes! Okay, so it was a lucky shot, but I'd knocked the theodolite target clean off the end of the flagpole.
Okej, zdenerwował się i idzie tutaj. Zaraz się okaże, że on nie chce im pomóc, tylko tak naprawdę to są plany pod budowę hotelu tutaj w tym miejscu. Pokażemy im te plany, to one się zdenerwują pewno i go wypędzą.
Have you been screwing around with my theodolite target? Where is it? I had to climb out of the window to put that one on. Damn it, I'm gonna have to go through all that again.
Not this time. The house is locked up and the sisters aren't here.
Hell's teeth! I'll have to put the spare target on the other flagpole. A whole morning's work wasted. I'm gonna fix all this and then I'm gonna fix you, you hear?
Yeah, here.
Fine. I'll be waiting.
Nie będzie żadnych sądów, będziemy się napierdalać, tak? A my mu tą drabinę, co? Cyk. Bye!
What you doing, Bronson? Just hanging around?
I'm gonna kill you for this, Stobart! Get me down from here!
What, so you can kill me? Gee, you talked me out of it, Bronson.
I felt a little guilty about leaving Bronson up there, but not much, obviously.
Dobra, to jest ten znak.
The marker was a bright, shiny thing, and I have a weakness for bright, shiny things.
Dobra, teraz zajrzyjmy na te plany. Co bierzemy mu ten? Kolejny, znów nie pamiętam jak to się nazywa w języku polskim. Ale to kolejny znak na to, że to doskonała przygodówka, bo ostatni raz ten przyrząd widziałem w Fate of Atlantis. Na jednej z greckich wysp się chyba znajdowało wejście
With Bronson out of the way,
podziemi.
I could finally get a clear look at the plans. Engineers' drawings didn't mean much to me, but one thing was clear. These plans were for a 5-story, 200-roomed, luxury, pirate-themed
No, wiedziałem.
hotel.
Siostry się
Another stain
zdenerwują.
on the bedspread of paradise.
Pokażmy siostrom.
You there? Why is Mr. Bronson hanging from that flagpole?
He climbed up there of his own accord.
Then help him, you stupid man! Quickly, before he falls!
Here, Bronson's plans.
Dokładnie, hotel gołębiowski chce wybudować.
This means nothing to me.
She's not wearing her reading glasses.
Ah, wait! Yes, I see now. I see it all too clearly. That man is planning to build a huge hotel. Bronson is a confidence trickster. Mina, we have been duped. I'm glad we didn't sign his contract.
Oh, I hate tricksters, especially confident ones.
Come, Mina. Mr. Bronson, you may consider yourself persona non grata.
Yes.
Parę hoteli gołębiowskie.
Kindly disentangle yourself from our flagpole and eject yourself from our property this very minute.
Disentangle! Eject!
Hey, cut that out, you crazy old bat!
How dare you! Mina isn't crazy, she's just engagingly eccentric.
Engagingly eccentric.
It's a bedbug. Ouch!
Lovely as this little vista is, I'd be really grateful if you could let me into the museum now.
Certainly, young man. We are most grateful to you for exposing this scoundrel. Mina, the lock.
Ładną
Thanks,
tą
ladies.
kokardkę ma na plecach Mina.
Get these harpies off me. Ooh.
Ekspoznąłem scoundrela, tak. Dokładnie
While
tak
George
zrobiłem.
was basking in the sun-drenched Caribbean, I went to Dundee. It was a long shot, but I thought I'd start my search for the Jaguar Stone at the British Museum. Bonjour. I wonder if you could help me.
Czy to są te same
What's so funny?
turystki?
Oh, never mind. I doubted I could sneak this enormous stone out under my jacket.
Probably not.
Excuse me, miss. Please don't touch the exhibits.
Ta zasłona to jest eksponat?
I didn't want the mask, although it certainly reminded me of somebody. It was a stone identical in size and style to the Coyote Stone. However, this stone bore the image of a jaguar.
No to jest nasz.
The cabinet was locked.
Obviously.
Perhaps I'm a Philistine, but old vases bore me.
O, jeszcze jeden.
It was a small, flat square of polished obsidian. Nothing like the one I was looking for. According to the caption, this was the scrying mirror given to Dr. John Dee by Sir Francis Drake.
Albo coś jest pomylone, albo to jakaś podpucha może
There
być.
was nothing I wanted to do with the statue except find out where he bought his hat. Très chic.
Très chic.
I wanted nothing to do with that statue. It made me nervous somehow.
Can I help you, miss?
What can you tell me about the scrying mirror?
Ah, that belonged to the alchemist and part-time Elizabethan spy, Dr. John Dee. It was brought back from the New World by Sir Francis Drake and presented to him. It's Mayan, you know.
Mayan?
What is a scrying mirror?
It's rather like a crystal ball, and you can't see anything in it. Apparently, he had a partner who used it to talk with angels. If you ask me, you were barking mad.
Have you ever heard of an English sea captain called El Draco?
El Draco? Not a very English name.
I think that's what the Spanish would have called him. It was about the time of the conquistadors.
16th century.
El Draco to Francis
I
Drake.
know. That's what the Spanish called Sir Francis Drake.
Francis
Dokładnie.
Drake? Have you got anything here that belonged to him?
Indeed, miss. We have a couple of artifacts he brought back from one of his journeys.
It didn't look anything like the coyote stone. This one was like a little black shaving mirror. Is the scrying mirror the only piece of obsidian Drake gave Dee?
Funny you should ask. There's another called the Jaguar Stone. Dee never liked it, though. Said there were angels in the mirror, but devils in that stone.
Can I take a closer look at Dee's mirror, please?
No, you cannot. That's why the cabinet is locked. They tried some newfangled interactive scheme. And you can guess what happened. Bloody kids ran off with half the exhibits. Hands-on experience, my foot. In my days, it was hands off, I ask you. What do kids know about ancient Mayan civilization? Nothing.
Can you tell me something about the Jaguar stone?
Certainly,
Jaguar
miss.
Stone.
The so-called Jaguar Stone was brought back from the Americas by Sir Francis Drake and presented, with, as you already know, the more famous scrying mirror, to John Dee. The old loony didn't like the stone, though. Reckoned it was tainted by the devil. Come along, miss. I'll show you the mirror.
I've already... Oh, never mind.
There. John Dee's famous scrying mirror, given to him by Francis Drake.
O, jest jeszcze
Do
jedna
you know
gablotka
if this
na
mirror
środku.
has any relevance to Tezcatlipoca?
Who? Tis like...
To jest Lucky
I can't even say
Kopa.
it. Ah, there's someone here who'll be able to help you better than me. This
Profesor
young lady
Rubie.
has some questions to ask, Professor. I think she's from France.
Professor Roubillier?
Eh? What?
You two know each other, do you? Excuse me, the telephone.
To jest klon, czy co? Że on nas
meet
nie
again.
poznaje.
Mademoiselle? France, eh?
Yes, I believe that's where you live, Professor.
I have a house there, on the outskirts of Paris, but I haven't been back for many months.
To teraz który profesor Rubie jest prawdziwy? Ten w środkowej Ameryce, czy ten?
What can
I
you
kto się
tell
za
me
niego
about the
podszywa?
Jaguar stone, Professor?
It's obsidian, from the Chichen Itza region.
Professor Oubier, your taxi's here.
If you'll excuse me, I have some urgent business to attend to at the docks.
Co się dzieje się?
Can you answer me some questions about the Jaguar stone?
Certainly, miss. If you just step this way. It's gone. Some sods half-inched it.
Half-inched?
Stolen it, miss. Never mind. The silent alarm will have been tripped. I'm afraid nobody can leave until our crack security team gets here.
How long will that take?
Could be a while. I think it's their tea break.
The thief could be miles away by then.
Don't you worry about that, miss. Just don't try to leave.
It was too much of a
Pięknie.
coincidence that Ubier showed up and the stone promptly disappeared. I didn't have time for their crack security team to finish their tea. I had to get after him.
Słusznie.
I didn't steal the stone. I was nowhere near it.
So who do you suppose did steal it?
It was you, wasn't it?
Use your loaf, miss. What would I want with an ancient Mayan artifact?
I don't know, but I'm sure the police will get it out of you. Don't you think it's suspicious that Ubier has urgent business at the docks?
Not in the slightest, young lady. He's gone to oversee the unloading of cargo, an exhibition of Mayan sculpture on loan from Mexico City.
What's the name of the ship?
The Xibalba Princess, moored down by Tower Bridge. Why do you ask?
Just wondering.
Barbara Princess, tak? Okej. Co to za klucz?
It was the key to the museum display cabinet.
Okej.
There was nothing very useful in my bag, just a single hair clip.
Czyli wytrych. Jak każda gra i film nas
It was a
uczą.
hair clip.
Patrz, attendant.
What was it you wanted?
Look at this. The thief left this key in the cabinet.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
That makes the theft an inside job, right?
Oh dear.
In other words, the thief was Professor Ubier.
Well, let's leave that for the police to decide, shall we? I better phone them right away.
Dobra. Mamy go z
I knew I
głowy.
had nothing to worry about if the
Połowa
police
gry,
were called.
połowa gry to
But I had to catch up with Ubier.
rozpraszanie
And fast.
ewentualnych świadków. Dobra. A jeszcze co jest tu? Co jest tutaj?
The cabinet was locked. That's the kind of thing Georges would do, not me. The cabinet was locked.
Nie ma tutaj zamka. Dobra.
It was a hair clip. That's the kind of thing Georges would do, not me.
A, przecież klucz mamy.
The key unlocked the case.
A, to jedna z tych gier, gdzie trzeba zabierać klucz, tak? Po jego użyciu. Widzę, że jeden klucz otwiera wszystko
I
w tym
locked the
muzeum.
case again and took the key. The key didn't fit this lock.
Okej.
The doors were securely locked.
Mhm. Aha,
I levered the handle open with the thin dagger.
pięknie. Easy.
The room had been decorated to resemble the interior of a sailing ship. It was disturbingly effective.
Okej. Co to jest? Tutaj coś czerwonego.
The ship looked too fragile to touch. That might come in useful in ticklish situations. Okay, I've had my hands on an historical document. Now what?
Albo weź.
Okay, I've had my hands on an historical document. Now what?
Połóż na biurku, to będzie nam łatwiej pracować, chociaż wydaje mi się, że na tej sztaludze tam byłoby jeszcze łatwiej, ale...
The chart fitted exactly into the recess on the top of the desk.
Chyba, że to jest biurko Sir Francisa Drake'a i to musi... A nie, to jest tego pirata, a nie Drake'a, dobra?
March 20th, 1676. Engaged frigate off Fan Salvador? It was garbage. Huh. I guess being a pirate didn't require too many academic qualifications. The passage went on to describe how Ketch had got wind of the approach of a fleet of English ships. It seemed the new governor had not shared his predecessor's views on Ketch's activities. They were out for his blood. Sailed to that place where I made secure my fortune. I returned safe in the knowledge that the governor shall not discover that which I had hidden. For is it not writ that 'tis easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle? Holding that lantern, I felt kinda biblical. Like Jesus or Florence Nightingale.
Czy kompletujemy sobie... Nie no, weź to. Wygląda jak musieliśmy skompletować sobie zestaw Penholder, Inkwell. Tak. Czyli wszystkie gadżety tego...
The lantern fitted so precisely in the inkwell, it could only be deliberate.
Pewno jak zbierzemy wszystkie rzeczy, to się coś otworzy w tym biurku.
Hard a port, bosun. Aye, aye, Captain Stobart. She cannot take it, Captain. The lad's dead. Abandoned ship. It would have been easy to reach the cutlass and slip it in my pocket. It would also have been the most regrettable action of my life.
Wiedziałem.
2 bells and all's well.
Pirates were cool.
Dzięki za głos, tak.
Captain Frederick Ketch, 1570. Around his neck was a cross. Maybe he was a part-time pirate. The portrait might have made a nice souvenir, but it was too large to carry.
Surprise!
No cześć.
What the? Who are you?
I'm Emily.
What were you doing in there, Emily?
Hiding. What are you doing here?
Grown-up stuff.
Grown-ups? Pfft, I'm never gonna grow up, I'm not. You shouldn't be here.
I'm never
What's
gonna
your
go
name?
up, I'm not.
I'm George.
Pleased to meet you, Jaws.
George.
Jaws,
Jeez.
make your mind up.
Why don't you go play with Rio?
I'm not allowed.
How come?
'Cause Aunt Frost says I'm not allowed out of the house. That's why, Mr. Nosy Beak.
Too bad. Why don't you ask your other aunt if you can play with Rio?
Aunt Mina's cuckoo. Aunt Frost says so. She says when the Lord handed out common sense, Aunt Mina was off getting double portions of chin.
That Rio's a smart kid. He helped me outwit Bronson.
Rio is clever. He can spit ever so far.
What can you tell me about Captain Ketch?
That's him on the wall, in the picture.
Yeah, I know. Scary-looking guy, huh?
He was my great-great-great-great-grandfather.
Yeah, you have his eyes. Look, an ancient Mayan stone.
Is that a magic stone?
Well, I don't know about that.
No.
Na pewno
That
jest magiczny.
cross you're wearing, Emily,
It's my lucky Jesus cross.
it's just like the one Captain Ketch wore.
Uh-huh.
Can I borrow it?
Uh-uh.
What would you trade for that cross, Emily?
A puppy.
Well, I don't happen to have a puppy in my pocket right now. Can you think of anything else you'd trade?
Don't know.
Would you like to play darts?
No.
Oh, come on. I'll throw, you catch.
That's dangerous. Darts will stick in me and make me bleed.
Do you know how to use a theodolite?
We don't learn anything about surveying at my school. Not until 5th grade.
Dobra, zapytajmy może Rio. Znaczy Rio na pewno będzie miał szczeniaka, ale może nam podpowie. O, kot wrócił. Nie ma tego buca już, dobrze. Sieć się nam przyda? Chyba nie, co? No tak, może wyłowi szczeniaka z oceanu.
What do you give to a small, irritating girl who asks about everything?
Try a conch. Delicate colors, interesting shape, and when you put it to your ear, you can hear the sea.
Yeah, why's that?
Usually because you're standing next to it.
Cool. Have you got one?
Yeah, but I promised it to my sister. She well vexed with me.
Why is your sister mad with you?
But last night, when I got home with our supper, she went wild. Rio, she said, how come all you ever catch is puffer fish? I'm sick of puffer fish. What I want is tiger fish. So don't bother come back home till you catch one, boy. I don't see how I'm gonna catch no tiger fish. All I have is a fishing pole and a worm.
What do you need to catch a tiger fish?
One of them real fancy flies like the rich fishermen.
Zrobimy mu
quill?
muchę.
What's a quill?
It's what people used to write with in Captain Ketch's days.
None. I'd sooner be fishing.
Zrobimy mu tą muchę do łowienia. Granat albo prąd, tak, albo jak ten generał na tej drugiej wyspie, gdzie byliśmy. Wyspie albo w tym państwie, gdzie byliśmy. Ten łowił karabinem maszynowym. Daj pióro kotu. Tom, bez podpowiadania, proszę. Jak się zatnę, to dam znać.
The cat made short work of the feather, tearing it into a blizzard of small pieces.
Okej, no to fajnie, to mieliśmy. Trzeba kota przepędzić znowu. No to dzięki, miałem, a już nie mam. O nie, jest tutaj coś. Feather shreds, okej. Czy to mu wystarczy, żeby zrobić muchę? Myślałem, że my mu zrobimy muchę do łowienia, ale... Nigdy nie miałem kota. I nie żałuję.
What you got there?
Hey, this is just what you need to make a fly.
Thanks. Let's hope them tiger fish hungry. A deal's a deal. Here's a conch.
Dobra, mamy. To koncze możemy dać Emily, tej dziewczynce. Gdzieś w jakiejś grze ostatnio grałem, była
Why
koncza.
don't you run along and play?
Aunt Mina
A
told
nie,
me.
koncza była w
Stay out
maskach.
of mischief.
Graliśmy w maskach,
Well, that
to
doesn't
była
mean you have to stay indoors, does
jednym
it?
z
On a beautiful day
artefaktów.
like today?
There's a storm coming.
Oh, nuts. You don't know that.
I do so. I can see the whole world from the window.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm busy. Here, I've got a conch. Would you like it?
Dunno. Aunt Frost told me never to take presents from strange men.
I'm not a strange man.
Then why are you called Jaws? Jaws? That's a stupid name.
I'm not called... Look, conch, pretty. Swap for the cross, yes or no? Right, this thing's going out the window.
Okay, we'll do swapsies.
Swapsis. Kiedy nowe maski na YouTubie? Myślę, że przed świętami. Albo krótko po. Dobra.
Ketch's crucifix was encrusted with precious gems.
No, ty mi, Bożenko, przed końcem roku.
Ketch's cross slipped snugly into the penholder.
What you doing, Jaws?
I've put your cross in this little hole in the desk.
Why?
Impulse mainly, with a dash of irrational intuition.
Silly. Only women have intuition.
The lantern cast a strong light over the desktop. The light cast a shadow of the cross. And the shadow fell precisely over a small, unnamed island shaped like a skull.
No dobra, czyli
That
na,
must be it. Ketch's Treasure Island.
na Wyspie Czaszek.
That zombie island. It's a bad place.
No kidding? Well, bad place or not, that's my next port of call.
Can I come too?
The hell you can.
I never get to leave the house.
No dobra, chodźmy tam. Myślisz, że ona jest martwa? No idź tam, George. Że ona mnie szósto zmysnęła? Ty masz łódkę, ja potrzebuję płynąć. Jak się
Would you
dogadamy?
take me to, Zombie Island?
In this weather? You're madman.
The rain will keep the zombies indoors. Just say I did meet a zombie. What would you do?
There ain't no zombies on Zombie Island. At least, not anymore. It's uninhabited.
Good. What do you mean, not anymore?
You still want to go?
I guess.
Well, I ain't had no luck with them tiger fish. And with the mood my sister is in, I'll be safer with the zombies.
Płyńmy. Boy? Razem się przy ten God of War przypomnę. No ładnie, one właśnie go zabiły.
So, this was Zombie Island. Somehow I'd been expecting something more sinister. Come on, Rio. Let's find that treasure.
No, thanks. I'm staying right here.
Oh, come on. You said yourself there's no zombies left.
Yeah, but that was while there was a big pile of seawater between me and this place. All me have now is this little bit between the boat and the shore, and I'm hanging on to it.
Czy co, nie pójdziesz ze mną? O, nasz węgielek jest.
It can't be. But it was. My lucky piece of coal.
A, węgielek.
How far away is Ketch's Landing from here?
Best part of 10 miles. Why?
10 miles? That catapult must have been a lot more powerful than I thought.
Tak, jeżeli trochę kilka razy wystrzelimy go, to zrobimy z niego diament.
It was too high. I couldn't get up there. It was too high. I couldn't get up there. The cliff was steep. Too steep to climb without handholds.
Przydałaby się lina.
And I couldn't find any. Rio's boat was strewn with fishing nets and tackle.
Fishing net? Jakbyś miał fishing net, to moglibyśmy użyć fishing net.
I was quite happy where I was, relatively speaking. That Emily sure asks a lot of questions.
Reset, man. This whole Emily business just isn't funny.
Look, we're obviously at cross purposes here. I'm talking about Emily Ketch.
Yeah, and so am I. He was my friend. Her aunts hated it, but we did move together, you know. She used to be real keen at hide and seek. It could take hours to find her. One time, the last time, it took days. She must have shouted and screamed herself hoarse, but there was nobody to hear her.
Where'd she hidden herself?
Captain Ketch's old sea chest. The only way to open it was from the outside.
Suddenly, I didn't feel so good. We never exchanged another word about Emily Ketch. Could I borrow your net?
Yeah, man, no problem.
Yeah, man, no problem.
You planning on catching some fish?
Nope. I'm after a big rock.
Dobra, ale zanim wejdziemy wyżej, jest dobre miejsce, żeby zrobić przerwę. Zostało nam, myślę, jeszcze trochę gry. W sam raz byłoby na trzecią część. Nie chcę też przeciągać, żeby się nie okazało, że trzecia trwałaby godzinę na przykład. Więc zrobimy tutaj przerwę. A skoro przerwa, to za 3 grille skończymy? Tak, jakoś tak. No do końca wakacji powinniśmy skończyć. Więc bardzo Wam dziękuję za obecność w dniu dzisiejszym. Zajrzyjcie proszę jutro późnym popołudniem na socjale. Powinna być nowa rozpiska. Przypomnę, że przyszły tydzień to tydzień podcastowy, czyli w sobotę będzie odcinek. No i jest to ostatnie nagranie przed przerwą wakacyjną. Wracamy dopiero we wrześniu, jeżeli dobrze pamiętam, więc przygotujcie się na ten odcinek, musi Wam wystarczyć na dłużej. Jeszcze raz dzięki za obecność i widzimy się w przyszłym tygodniu. Trzymajcie się, pa!
Everybody at band.